Stay tuned for tonight's adventure with the Fat Man.
Okay, here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is. I hope it's good to be where you are because I'm really excited to be here today. My name is Baltimore Fats, and here we go around the loop-de-loop. Okay, and so by the loop-de-loop, I mean my usual course around Baltimore City and cruising around the area hospitals, which I did over the weekend on Saturday afternoon. And so here we are. We find ourselves 6 months in now. All right, the first reported case, November 17th, 2019. It is happy 420, everybody. 420, 2020. So, like I said, just over 6 months in on this alleged Bloomberg, Hopkins, Gates, Chinese co-production that is the COVID-19 pandemic. And here in Maryland, we're setting up for the surge. We're preparing for it because our esteemed governor wants Maryland to be prepared to be the next epicenter of this disease, of this virus, right? This pandemic, right? And he's setting up field hospitals here in the city, as I've talked about on occasion, and I'm about to talk more about. All right, so here's some pictures of it on Friday, April 17th. Well, who knows when these pictures were taken, but they were published by Fox News here on April 17th, a Friday, I think that was, right? And, our esteemed governor also wants us to know that he does not agree with President Trump and that the states do not have enough coronavirus testing to reopen. And I think this is interesting, of course, given what I find around the city, because I'm not exactly sure what, if anything, these walkabout videos that I've been doing around the area city hospitals, is proving. I mean, the information can be used to fit any narrative. And I do say something when I'm looking at that tent setup again by the University of Maryland, and this is the loop here. I come in this way past the field hospitals, which are set up here, come in around the backside and back around the front to the University of Maryland, up through to Mercy, to Hopkins, and back down to the University of Maryland again for a full circuit. And I do say something in here about how everything seems to be a big fraud, a big scam. And I say that not in terms of the overall, I don't know what everything is, but in terms of what they're showing us, they're the news media and our government officials and the government health officials, what they're telling us versus what we can see and find out by wandering around on the front lines appears to be something very, very different. And so having said that, I just want to say that this video and the information therein is open for sharing. Feel free to mirror or share any parts of this video if you feel it could be useful, all right? Because I do believe it's our right to know and see this stuff. Again, having said all of that, here's my latest loop around. This may be the last one, depending how absurd the surge reporting gets. And so I hope you guys have fun with this one. All right, back again. The Hilton Field Hospital. There's Camden Yards over there. All right, there's the parking garage, which is still open for regular parking business. Okay, gonna wander around a bit. All right, so back that way is the corner I was on before. Now I'm on the back side of the Hilton Hotel here. All right, and this is like the main courtyard, concierge, that kind of thing. And this other part of the hotel. Not much going on. We're gonna cross the street and look at the courtyard area real quick. This is what we got going on around here. It's a windy day. Signs are getting blown down. We got 2 lone cars in here. Nothing happening up there. Again, nothing happening. I hear a loudspeaker. Oh, maybe that's just somebody's car. One observation I will make today. Today has been the busiest day, traffic-wise, cars and things like that, since the call went out to lock down. Yeah, there is definitely somebody's car. It's very loud back that way. All right, over there, that great building in the distance is the convention center. I'm going to go loop around that and then head up to Maryland, University of Maryland again, and Hopkins. I can't believe it. It's actually a public service truck encouraging everyone to stay home with the loudspeakers and the music. I think it's gone now. I hope any of that picked up. I can't believe it. I turned off the recording just as it came in off over the wrap. Ugh. Okay, so this is Sharp Street here. That's the First Methodist Church. And I have stories about that church, and we'll share someday down the line. All right, this is the convention center here, Sharp Street. This is Conway Street. That's the warehouse, Oriole Park, Camden Yards. All right, and so over this way is the parking lot behind the convention center. So I'm gonna go scope that out real quick. All right, but this is the parking lot. Step. Behind the convention center. And now one thing, unless you've been to a convention here, ooh, we got trucks backing up, beeping down here. Now you go under the convention center. I mean, it is like an underground fortress down here, you know, the convention center. And so this is what's happening underneath. Oh, there's somebody walking down there. I don't know, am I getting him in there? But this is the site of a field hospital, allegedly, for the surge, which is supposed to start, I guess, like right this now. Right? But they have tables and barriers and folding chairs. You know, all the things you're going to need in a crisis. See, I got to watch steps. All right. Doesn't appear to be a whole lot going on down there. All right, so I'm going to walk around. The other side is Charles Street over there, and on the front of the building, they tell you to go around. This was my homework assignment. I've actually done it before, but first time on video, I guess. Gonna look at the Charles Street entrance of the convention center here. Okay. All right, there it is. Charles Street entrance, nothing. And now when I go up front, it's gonna tell me to come here. Here we are in the front, and the deceptive people sitting inside statues that they have. But again, this is the front of the convention center. All right, no indication here that there is a field hospital. None. Okay, so now I'm coming up on the other entrance to the convention center. It has two entrances on Pride Street. All right, heading back towards the Hilton, you know, for a loop around the Hilton Convention Center Field Hospital setup. All right, how you doing? Two cars coming up on my right. I've been on the entranceway here. There's that pylon cone there that tripped me up last time. It's still there. And it's still the same old signage. No indication. You would never know. Now again, is that part of the plan? If it's part of the plan for us not to know that these field hospitals exist, then why tell us about them at all is the question that I have. So anyway, this is again the other entrance to the Baltimore Convention Center. It's windy out here today. So here I am coming back up onto the Hilton. All right. Here's that Jimmy John's that's connected. I wonder if they're still open for delivery. It's certainly looking like it. They are open. Connected to the field hospital. Hilarious. But again, coming up, main entrance to the Hilton, nothing. Field hospital, they tell us, for the overflow from the hospitals. All right, during this surge that's allegedly happening now. And again, now see, this is where I started back there. This is that courtyard. Oriole Park. I miss you. All right, so here it is. Again, main entrance. No signage, no emergency personnel, no nothing. And I hate to sound like a broken record, but I have to. You know, because, you know, they tell us this stuff is out here, this stuff is happening, but they're not showing it to us at all. Are they even trying? All right, and so I'm gonna now off to the University of Maryland Medical Center again in my favorite tents. And then, you know, Mercy and Hopkins, see what I can see. All right, so that's the Hilton, right? I see, is there a sign right up there? All right, so Hilton. This is one of the things that drives me nuts about Baltimore. Okay, there's the Hilton, come across Pratt Street here, and then there's a mound of earth with these trees on it. I've been here a while. These are not like new trees. So when did they make this mound? And what purpose is it? What's it for? Because, I'm just gonna climb up it. It's just a mound. Do they need this mound to separate the Pratt Street from this sidewalk all the way down? Was this mound a part of the original landscaping of Baltimore City? I don't know, but it drives me nuts seeing this stuff all over the city and seeing the how things are dug around it, or dug around features like this. Okay, moving on. All right, and there's the University of Maryland Medical Center, and I'm gonna come at it and go around by the tents and up to the main entrance, past the emergency room. All right, so there's, what is this, Lombard Street? It's a Lombard Street entrance there, right? South entrance. And up that way is the main entrance. Emergency room is down that way. Let's go. All right, so here's the emergency room, University of Maryland Medical Center. It's the first time I'm not seeing like the canine car out here, a bunch of security guards or cops hanging around out front. But this is it right here. Or Chick-fil-A for that matter. But that's the emergency room. Whole lot of nothing going on here. Ooh, there's somebody actually walking back that way. Let's see what's by the tents. Okay, there they are. Back that way. Let's go check them out yet again. Coming up on them again. The equipment for them. There's nobody down, no one around down here. None of these machines are on. Yet again. That one's open. That one's open. Is there anybody around here? Hello? Hello? Zipper. Alright guys, inside yet again. Nothing has really changed. We are a week closer to the surge, but this is what I was talking about. Maybe I'll do a better job this time. You see these booths? Oops, that's a chair I just walked into. I gotta be careful in here. It's dark, actually. My camera does a good job masquerading how dark it is in here. But they do have some chairs set up. It's interesting, like, is this how it would run? I mean, you would usher people in here and, what is going on with this facility? This is what they're saying. These, I don't know. All right. And so these are just the little rooms. All right. I'll get up. All right. Going into one. All right. There's a little chair in there. Like I said, it's no bigger than a changing room in a department store. Absolutely crazy. They got the table set up, the chairs. But, it's just a big fraud. It's a big scam, these testing facilities. At least, that's what I have to believe. There's no indication that they are prepared for anything here. All right, so this has been another report from inside a COVID testing tent. An abandoned COVID testing tent. Okay. And I'm out. Well, let's go see what else we could see. All right, so here we go. Again, we got the ambulances doing their ambulance thing, getting charged up, ready to go. Do whatever it is they're gonna do whenever they're called upon. All right, same story, same stuff, different day. No sense of urgency, no sense that there is a massive, massive pandemic that is overcharging our medical system, at least here in the city of Baltimore. And so I'm sure that extends through the rest of the state of Maryland, and by extension, the United States and the world. Right? Anyway, all right, so I'm heading up to Mercy now. Mercy next. Emergency room. Mercy. Saturday afternoon. I don't know what time it is. Big old nada. Nothing. Set up to the main entrance. Nothing. Nothing. Blown down parking signs. Alright, see, there they are. Power washing the sidewalk over there. And again, this is the real unheralded story of the pandemic. Johns Hopkins thinks it's essential that their grounds be upkept. Alright, so here we go, up ahead. This is where we see the tent is up that way. And we're gonna see what we can see by getting up there. Got some messages for the Hopkins staff. Of course, they rock, right? You rock. This is my favorite one. We will stay home for you, except of course when we plant this sign. Coming up on it now, you can see that tent is open. Okay, so this is like the first real good look I'm getting at this other tent. It actually has like doors. Ooh, there was somebody there. Did you see him? Alright, so there might be, that actually might be a pressurized tent. Yeah, and this one's open. And again, this is the administrative front of the building. There's that tower. Yeah. It's definitely a beautiful building, no doubt about it. Alright, let's see what I can see around the emergency room side. But I wanted to come check this out and get as close a look as I can to it. Let's see what trucks are parked out front today, too. Yeah. Does not appear to be ABT trucks today, that I can tell. That looks to be Maryland Transit Authority. I don't know what that is over there. Let's take a look. How they weren't at the University of Maryland emergency room, but they're here today. It's funny, the need for canine presence. Hopkins. That sign says MTA special business. Alright, since I was just over there, since I'm a little bit better prepared today, this is the Bloomberg School of Public Health coming up on it this way. Alright. And this is that wall I was talking about, and how it just kind of drops down. And the sidewalk drops down several feet. Oops. Going over the wall. Alright. Curious landscaping again, you can kind of see. Old hospital goes up the hill. Alright. Pyramid. Alright. And so now, the $64,000 question is if I try to go into the Bloomberg School of Public Health, will the door be open? Right? Here are those vents. This is the stuff that's underneath. Like I said, have to be safe to assume if it's 30 feet deep down that way, why, it certainly could be 30 feet deep right here surrounding this building. Alright. Alright, so Hampton House. There's a note on the door. Hours of operation Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, closed evenings and weekends. Essential personnel. Alright, let's check out the emergency room. Alright, here I am. Let's take a quick walk through here. Alright. This is the main entrance. So I've been erroneously calling this the emergency room entrance. It is the main entrance. Is that emergency over there? Nothing. You know? Just wandering around. Can they talk about Maryland? There it is. There's emergency right over there. So maybe that is where I walked in the other day. I think so. And there's the children's entrance. You know, if Maryland is the new epicenter, as Hogan would like to proclaim, if Baltimore is going to be hit and they have all of these field hospitals opening up in the Inner Harbor area, you know, I don't know what we should be expected to see at these hospitals, you know, but it is disquieting, discomforting, perhaps maybe even, to see and hear all the hype and then come down to these hospitals and find absolutely nothing going on, and find it even like deader than you might normally think, you know, on any given day. You know, it certainly seems that way to me, you know. So I don't know, are the control measures working, the lockdowns and things like that? Are people just afraid to come forward when they're sick now because they want the hospitals to be clear for these patients? Are the numbers of COVID patients being exaggerated? You know, who knows? I don't know. But I do know that it doesn't seem right that they're creating the type of panic that they're creating, and then to have no emergency personnel or any sort of information at these hospitals. It doesn't seem like they're even trying. I think I've said that already today, but it's the truth. You know, there just doesn't seem to be anything down here to let you aware of what's happening, where you should go, what you should do, who you should see. There's no COVID testing tent in the front of Hopkins here, just in front of the administrative building. So anyway, all right, enough of my yapping. All right, so now I got one more stop to make at the front of the University of Maryland, which I missed on my way here, and I'll wrap this one up. So this is Hopkins, once again, main entrance, nothing. See you at the University of Maryland. Okay. And closing out the day, the University of Maryland Medical Center, making a full loop around the city to my usual hot spots, just to give you an example as to what's happening down here yet again. Doesn't seem that crazy. Business as usual. Yeah, but of all the hospitals that I go by, this one definitely is the busiest. Has the most traffic in front of it and things like that. So we can make of that what we will. You know? Or you can make of that what you will. But this concludes my day trip around the Baltimore hospitals. Until the next one. Cheers, guys.